We fly above all the drama. We sit high and look low. Spreading love, good vibes all around. Positivity in every sound. Drop bombs if you get in our way, but peace is where we play. Join the chat, let's talk about life. All are welcome, leave behind strife. Let me be me, carve my own path. No room for trolls or haters, wrath. Be happy, stay happy, don't let go. Keep that smile, let your spirit glow. Nobody here gonna bring you down. Let's have fun, spread joy around. Trolls, liars, backstabbers, take a hike. We uplift, we wanna light. Positive energy in the air. Join us if you truly care. Join the chat, let's talk about life. All are welcome, leave behind strife. Let me be me, carve my own path. No room for trolls or haters, right? Liars, backstabbers, take a hike. We uplift, we wanna light. Positive energy in the air. Join us if you truly care. Join the chat, let's talk about life. All are welcome, leave behind strife. Let me be me, carve my own path. No room for trolls or haters, right?
Mel, I'm late.
It's okay. Give me a ticket.
Your seat is B16. Here's your ticket. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, passengers. You may take your seat because we're getting ready for liftoff.
Running to my flight cause I don't wanna miss it. If I miss my flight, gotta get another ticket. Cuba, Japan, Argentina, or DR. Gotta get my luggage cause I be going far. Kicking my feet up, I got a driver for this car. I ain't doing a thing cause it's my week off. Chilling on the boat, playing with the monkeys. I watch it just Valencia cause it's just looking fun.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Hello, my Royal Riders. It has been such a long time. Welcome aboard. It has been over a month. I have been super busy, and I'm still super busy, but I have missed you guys. I am tired of seeing all of these topics and just talking to myself while I work. So I wanted to come and share some things with you guys. I missed you. I've been owing you guys a live for a long time. I know people hate when I'm under this avatar. I promise you, I don't know why my views are low when I get that when I'm under the avatar, but you know, the replay is okay. I don't know why, but y'all look. So first of all, my concert for last week was canceled, and I have another concert next week. So since the one from last week was canceled, I decided to not get my hair done so my hair could be super fresh for the concert that's next weekend, okay? So I'm under the avatar, and I'm also at this property that I purchased, and it is under reconstruction. We are remodeling, actually. I'm remodeling. I bought my daughter a home, and I'm remodeling. And then guess what? My own house flooded. So the 4-bedroom, 2-bath that I was buying for her, I end up having to move in because my own home flooded, and we just doing a whole lot of remodeling. But it's just a whole lot. But I ain't here to just gripe about my life with you guys. I'm just letting y'all know it's just a lot going on. But I wanted to talk to you guys about some stuff. I'm doing some different things since it's been over a month since I've been here. I see some things have changed with StreamYard. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me clearly. If everything's good, throw some airplanes in the chat. Y'all know how I'm doing. I welcome all 33,500 subscribers. Yes, I did not make my 5,000 celebration, my 6,000 celebration, 7,000, and so forth because I've just been super, super busy, but I've just been trying to bring you guys some content. So, but I have missed you guys. Hey, Miss Bug. Hey, Miss Bug. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Dion says, whatever. Oh, you miss me too. Girl, I've been busy. Your girl been super, super, super busy. But I said I'm going to stop and take time. So if I have to pause or mute a couple of times, then y'all just forgive me because I told y'all we remodeling over here. So he's going to be in the other room doing the floor, and I'm getting over a sinus infection. But I'm just like, I'm tired of the excuses. It's time for me to go talk to my people. So I am here right now live to talk to you guys. Okay. So, hey, Jay Bliss. Hey, my king. Hey, king. Hey, king. Hey, king. I did not even plan it. I just, shoot. As soon as I made a thumbnail, I just came up here. So I'm going to try to do it quickly. To my new subscribers, I just want to introduce myself. I am just Valencia. We all are welcome over here. No labels are over here. We do not discriminate. We do not put anybody down. We just welcome everybody. All topics are welcome as long as they are not offensive or hurtful to anybody. We're just real people talking about real life. Like your sister, your cousin, the cool cousin, not the one who asked you want to kick, but the cool cousin, that cool coworker, your friend, that's who I am. We just sit back over here and we just kick it about what the hell ever is on my mind I want to talk about. And I can't hold it no longer, y'all. I cannot hold it any longer. I have missed coming out here talking to my royal riders. Oh my goodness, hit that like button, pay your fare at the gate. Ain't nothing changed. The fare is still the same. All you have to do is hit that like and subscribe button and you will become a royal rider. Okay, so you say good news. Good news for me. I just purchased it. Oh, hallelujah. Turnkey ready custom home moving to Texas from California. Oh, girl, I am so excited for you. I am so happy for you. Oh, that is so good, Miss Bug. I'm sure you deserve it because every time you was right there trying to support us, you was in class and at work or whatever, So you've been doing your thing, and I congratulate you. My heart just leaps for your success, honey. And you're gonna be closer to me. Hey. So again, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to fight over these allergies because it's just been kicking my butt here in Louisiana. All right, so I'm going a different route. Once I finish the home and I started come live more, I'm going to be going a different route. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do my interviews. I've been saying I'm going to interview people for a whole year now, and I think that's the direction I want to take my channel into. When I go live, is going to be basically the interviews, okay? So I'm going to be doing some interviews. And oh God, excuse me. So when I go, I'm still gonna be uploading my videos and stuff, but I'm gonna be doing my interviews as well as going over this criminal stuff. Because when I be at work at nighttime, I just be letting YouTube play, and sometimes I don't feel like listening to lives and other content creators and the mess and all of that stuff. So I just whatever. I just look for some other things, and I've been watching a lot of these true crime videos, guys. So I need somebody to talk to this stuff about because, when I call my 22-year-old daughter, don't want to hear that. My 30-year-old daughter don't have time. You know what I'm saying? And my son is strictly uninterested. So I'm going to come out here and talk to you guys about it. So I'm going to share my screen tonight. I don't have a background. Like I said, I don't know. YouTube did something different since I've been gone on my hiatus. So I'm not going to worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just here. We're going to get the kinks out. Okay. But anyway, so I'm going to share my screen, guys, and feel free to join in the conversation. This is an interactive channel. Always have been, always will be. so you can tell me your thoughts, you know, what you have to say about it, what you feel about it. I'm not always going to be right, but I'm not going to be right until I'm proven wrong, so we can talk about it. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, this looks so different. It's only been a month. Okay. I couldn't even mute in time. Hold on. Okay. So here we are. Are we, let me see. Are we shared now? Let's make sure. If you can see my screen, throw some airplanes in the chat. I want to know if you can hear me correctly. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have to. I'm doing fair use commentary. I'm not just letting something play. We're gonna talk about this mess and we're gonna break this down. I didn't want to start with this one, but this is one that I wanted to speak on, and it came up first. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. Okay, so let's make sure, because it starts off as soon as you hit the play button, it starts off. So I gotta make sure I go back to. Okay, there we go. Y'all ready? Let's go.
911 emergency. What are you reporting? I just went away from home because I live in a family of 15, and my 2 little sisters right now are chained up. Okay, how old are you? I'm 17.
When a 911 operator for Riverside County receives a strange call from what sounds like a very confused child, she has no idea of the horrors about to be revealed to her. In the very early morning hours of January 14th, 2018, a home security camera in Paris, California, captures what looks like a young child fleeing from what seems to be a typical suburban house. The child runs shakily down the driveway before picking up speed once hitting the sidewalk and disappearing from view. This is 17-year-old Jordan Turpin, and though she's been planning for this moment for almost 2 years, she still has no idea what she's about to do will change the course of her family's lives forever.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here. Of course, I have to give my commentary because that's what we do on YouTube. You know, we don't want to get struck. Okay, so she's 17 years old and she just ran away from home, and she called 911 to tell the police that she just ran away from home. She's been planning to run away from home for 2 years, guys. 2 years. But as you can see in the video, she didn't have anything in her hands when she left. So she's been planning for 2 years, but let's see what happens.
Interestingly, another person, this one looking to be older, also emerges from the house and moves quickly down the street off camera, though in the complete opposite direction, only to return a few minutes later and re-enter the house. At the same time, Jordan makes it to a corner down the block where she stops beneath a stop sign and, with hands shaking violently, dials 911.
I just ran away from home. Okay, do you know where you are?
Wait a minute. So she's been planning for 2 years to run away, but she only gets 1 block away to the next stop sign before she dials 911. Okay, let's go.
I'm actually in California, Paris. Do you know what street you're on? No. Do you see any signs or anything, like any street signs? No, I don't.
The operator speaks with her for a minute before realizing this is a matter for the sheriff's department and asks Jordan to hold on 1 second while she transfers her. Jordan agrees and stands, panting in the darkness, full of adrenaline and fear that at any moment her parents will appear out of the shadows.
It's BHP with the transfer. She's not sure where she's at. She says that she's in Paris and she ran away from home.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Oh, yes, I'm still here.
What's your name?
Jordan Turpin.
The operator asks her to spell her last name, and Jordan...
Before we go forward, remember, she's only 1 block away from home and she don't know where she is.
Jordan tries, although she misspells it both times, the operator asks.
Turpin. Do you need my address?
Yeah, what's your address?
Okay, you got to give me a minute. It's going to take a while.
Here, Jordan pauses, taking a couple of deep breaths before doing her best to provide an answer.
I live in, okay, this is my address, 9257 Case. Did you get that?
Case? Is it C-A-S-E?
Okay, sorry. I'm going to start over. My address is 925705574. Did you get it?
Okay, so now
Guys, she is 17 years old. First, she misspelled her own name. And now she doesn't know her address, and she is 1 block away from home. Child, let's go.
now you just gave me a whole bunch of numbers. You didn't give me any kind of street name there.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're just around the corner from your house. Is that right?
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I've never been out. I don't go out much, so I don't know anything about the streets or anything.
It's later revealed that Jordan has never been to school or received any kind of formal education whatsoever, so the fact she's able to offer anything at all is actually rather impressive. The operator asked Jordan a couple more questions about her location before getting to the heart of the matter.
Why did you leave your house?
What?
Why did you leave your house?
Child, look at that mess. I'll be gone too. I would not have waited no 17 years to leave. Do y'all see this? Why did she leave? Girl, that's not a damn house.
2 little sisters right now are chained up
Where are they chained up at?
on their bed.
Then there are 15 kids?
There's 13 kids, and then a mother and father.
Are you in a corner right now?
I might be.
Are you at, is there a street sign? Is there a pole with 2 names at the top?
I just see a stop sign.
Okay, can you go over and stand right at that stop sign?
Yes.
Shortly thereafter, Deputy Anthony Kalachi, at the end of a long graveyard shift, pulls up to the curb, getting out to greet the small, disheveled figure standing alone in the darkness.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, what's going on?
Okay. I just ran away from home,
Okay.
and I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
Thank you so much. There's a mother and father, and then there's 13 kids.
Uh-huh.
And,
How old are the kids?
okay, some of them are, like, okay, my older sister's 29, the youngest is 2.
And they all live in the house?
Yes.
Even your 29-year-old sister?
Yes. Oh, yeah, they're kind of scared to ask to.
Wait a minute. Side note, I am so sorry. Let me interrupt. So when I saw that picture, I just thought of something. You see all of these people that have these parents that have these kids chained up and stuff. These kids are older and they are still subject to their parents' influence. Like they was trained from a baby. Do y'all know how evil these people have to be? And they all say, oh, we're homeschooling. Meanwhile, the child, the 17-year-old doesn't even know how to spell her own last name. Like, I don't know. Maybe I've been watching too much of this mess. I don't know.
Move out because of their mother. Some of them have asked for a job before, and she acts like that's crazy and it would never happen. But my 2 little sisters right now chained up.
How old are they?
11 and 14. They're chained up because they stole mother's food.
Uh-huh.
But okay, yeah. And do you want to know why they stole mother's food?
Why?
Okay. All we ever eat for like probably like 2 straight years or 3 or more, but we always eat some things. But sometimes we do eat. I'm sorry if I talk too much. Okay. I've never talked to anybody out there, so I've never been alone with a person, so this is very hard for me to talk.
Despite Jordan's marked level of trepidation,
Y'all, that is so sad. Think about this. She's been training for 2 years to escape, but she doesn't have any food with her. She doesn't have a map with her. She don't know where to go. But I'm thinking her training for these 2 years was just her speaking. So remember, just pay attention to whenever they ask her a question, she said, okay, like she has to think about the answer. She gives the answer. But how brave does she have to be to go and rescue her whole family? Never have been outside her house. Never talked to another person.
she continues to divulge as much information as possible, though she clearly struggles to put it all into words. She picks up where she left off with the dispatcher, during her 911 call in regards to Turpin family life and how little the children were fed.
I don't know much about my mother. She doesn't like us. She doesn't spend time with us ever.
Who takes care of you?
I take care of myself, and Mother does buy food for us, so she feeds us.
Okay. All we ever eat is peanut butter sandwiches. Sometimes they tell Mother that they're hungry, but she has to give it to them. And then when they throw up, she says, "You're supposed to tell me if you're hungry. I'll give you something." And then they try to tell her, and she just like, "Okay, go on." So.
You've never been outside before?
Okay, I've been outside.
Did she just say they're gifted food?
Do you go to school?
No, I haven't finished first grade.
Jordan, having been sheltered from the outside world, is painfully apparent when she concedes that she isn't familiar with the most basic of health-related terminology.
Okay, does anybody at the house take any kind of medication?
Oh, I don't know what medication is.
Any medicines?
When we have a cold, sometimes we take Robitussin. I don't know. We don't take medicine much when we're sick.
Right. So.
How do your parents know you left?
Did y'all see that refrigerator though? Wait, did y'all see that refrigerator though?
It is painfully apparent when she concedes that she isn't familiar with the most basic of health-related terminology.
Okay, does anybody at the house take any kind of medication?
Oh, I don't know what medication is.
Any medicines?
When we have a cold, sometimes we take.
Child. I see plenty of food.
Robitussin.
2 18-pack eggs right here. Jello, meat, pizza, water, soda.
I don't know. We don't take medicine much when we're sick.
Right. So.
How do your parents know you left your house?
No, they don't.
Do you take any medication?
What's medication?
Medication?
Yeah, what's medication?
Do you take pills? Do you take pills?
Oh, I don't think I've ever taken a pill before.
Okay.
Right, I haven't. But.
What about your other?
You said yes, food and clean. I'm sorry, y'all. These allergies is kicking my butt, but I'm fighting it to come and be with y'all today. You said yes, food and clean. Well, what's amazing is that the refrigerator is not only stocked, the refrigerator is clean, but the rest of the house is horrible.
Siblings, do they ever go outside?
Okay. Mother treats them right. They go out every day when she goes out, but she takes turns sometimes. Two right now. But when was one, was crying, and Mother from her head with a pencil, and she just turned one. And we was like noticing stuff, like we was like, did get amnesia? Because she started acting weird after that. And so,
So you don't go to school?
right, I don't.
Do your parents? Do they let you go outside?
I've never. We don't even go in the backyard. But the reason I called and the reason I managed to get out here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done. I'm terrified. But I called because my two little sisters, they're chained up right now, and they.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures. So see, here you can look at that. See, those are the places that make it on that, and that's. And see how dirty she is. We're so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't.
Is there a cell phone number?
No, that's
to this.
Oh no.
Can I look at? Do you have any other photos?
You might be able to see it. Yes, those are just photos of me. I have pictures and videos, but they're on my camera, and I have to. That would take forever.
Have you lived in other states?
Yeah, Texas.
Did they act like this when you lived?
I just want to stop and say, hit that like button, guys. If you're on a replay, hit that like button. I know I haven't been on it over a month. The notifications probably did not go out, but you're here now, so hit that like button, okay?
In Texas?
They actually different. They actually band all of their kids in a house, and they left us there for like 4 years, and then later they came back and picked us up. But they're living with us right now.
As the Texan neighbors of the family would later report, the family who'd moved to Texas in the late
How brainwashed does those kids have to be, guys? Join in on the conversation. How brainwashed does those kids have to be left in the home for years and still not go outside? You said this was about 40 miles east. Wow. Okay, let me see. I couldn't post your thing, but you say that's crazy.
90s, kept entirely to themselves until a decade later, when they apparently fled in the middle of the night without a word of explanation. When neighbors went over to the mobile home to check on the dogs that had been abandoned there, they were shocked and horrified by what they saw. The dogs had apparently been found surviving off the used diapers left amid the other trash and feces left in the home, and the doors and refrigerator all bore padlocks and frayed ropes tied to the multiple bare bunk beds.
So they been doing this. This their old house.
It would later come out that this was where the Turpins had abandoned all but 2 of their children for at least 3 years, while they themselves lived in an apartment nearby, only coming by once a week to drop off a small amount of food.
Sometimes we live in filth, and sometimes I wake up and I can't breathe because how dirty the house is. We never take baths.
You mean to tell me you have 13 damn kids in the house, all ages, whether they go outside or not, all ages, they don't take baths, and you have the nerve to keep the house nasty and not let them take baths? Who wants to be closed in and all of that funk? Like sardines. I mean, you got babies, you got teenagers sweaty. It's just different. The child say she couldn't breathe, the house smelled so bad. You had them locked up. Did you even open a window?
Don't know if we need to go to the doctor, but sometimes we think stuff might be wrong with us, and we tell Mother, and she just says, go on.
When was the last time you had a bath?
I don't know, almost a year ago.
What if I went to your parents' house right now? What would they tell me?
I'd be terrified.
Did she say a year ago? I'm seeming like it's a little impossible. I'm thinking because she doesn't have the proper education, the proper cognitive skills, she really doesn't know what a year is. Because I don't give a damn what you've been taught or haven't been taught. When your ass gets to itching, you're going to think that maybe washing it will make you feel better. So I'm not believing that 1 year since a bath thing. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Went to my parents' house. They couldn't see me.
How did your sisters get like this?
Okay.
Your parents chained them up?
Yes. Because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't. Yes.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Take a seat in the back of my car?
Yes.
We're going to go around the corner, okay?
Okay.
And take a seat back here, okay?
By this point, the deputies heard enough. He radios for backup and escorts Jordan to the police car to be driven to the family home. He reassures her she doesn't have to see her parents. On the way over to the house, Deputy Kalachi asks Jordan a few more questions.
Do you have any injuries?
What's injuries?
Are you hurt?
Oh, no, not right now.
Okay. Are your parents sleeping?
No, I think they're up. They probably noticed me missing.
Have you ever tried to escape before?
Yes, I have.
How much would it cost to take me to Nevada? Nevada? No, not Las Vegas, just Nevada. Just the border, just at the very beginning of Nevada. Yeah. How much would it cost? Huh? No. No, I'm 18. Okay, a couple hundred? I'm not going. I'll take a bus. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
And what happens when you try to?
My parents never tried to. My parents never caught me. But my older sister has run away, and she caught her. And she was, I think, just turned 20.
Yeah.
And her sister caught her and brought her back home.
How much would it cost to take me to Nevada? Nevada? No, not Las Vegas, just Nevada. Just the border, just at the very beginning of Nevada. Yeah. How much would it cost? Huh? No. No, I'm 18. Okay, a couple hundred? I'm not going. I'll take a bus. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Okay, guys. So I still had you on mute. I was talking on mute the first time because I told you I'm sorry. I have to cough. These sinuses got me. But anyway, that's why I rewinded it because old girl ain't never been out the house. Okay. She's never been out the house. She don't know anything, but she knew enough to lie and say she was 18 because from the beginning she was 17. But when it was time to get on that plane, she was 18. But she said a couple of hundred. Nah, I'll catch the bus. I thought she was going to say I'll walk. But anyway, let's continue.
And what happens when you try to?
My parents never tried to. My parents never caught me. But my older sister has run away, and she caught her. And she was, I think, just turned 20.
Yeah.
And her sister caught her and brought her back home, and she got in so much trouble.
Has anybody ever been to your house before to check on your welfare? Like have any of your other siblings called the cops?
No. Yeah. Some of them have wanted to, but they're too terrified.
Did you call the police?
I didn't have a way to get a phone yet. This is the first chance I got the phone back. Like I got this phone probably like less than a month ago. But the next chance I got to call and run away was.
How did you get a phone?
Okay, it's my brother's phone. He was going to throw it away, and it wasn't used. And so I needed a way to call 911, and I asked my sister, would that be okay? And because we don't know much, and so
why don't you know much?
Older sister.
Why don't you know much?
We don't go around. Our parents never tell us things. When we hear stuff, we're shocked. It took forever for us to figure out what our parents does because the law. We took forever.
And even the 29-year-old doesn't know this?
Okay, the 29-year-old does. She knew it for a long time, but I think she's scared.
The sister, 29-year-old Jennifer Turpin, had in fact tried to escape once when the Turpin family lived in Texas, but without any form of education or identification, she was eventually forced to return home, where she was promptly punished.
Is there a phone number to that phone?
I don't think there is.
How did you call 911?
Well, you can call 911.
Oh.
I'm sure any phone that, even if it's not connected to 911, you can call 911.
So your parents, you're 17 years old?
Yes.
And throughout your whole life, you've never gone to school?
Right. Older sister.
Why don't you know much?
We don't go around. Our parents never tell us things. When we hear stuff, we're shocked. It took forever for us to figure out what our parents does because the law. We took forever.
And even the 29-year-old doesn't know this?
Okay, the 29-year-old does. She knew it for a long time, but I think she's scared.
The sister, 29-year-old Jennifer Turpin,
29 years old, finally said, look, my body is doing things that I do not know. It's urgent. It's craving. My emotions is going all over the place. I'm getting temper. Look, I'm tired of you talking to me like that. Look, I know this is not right. I'm gone. 29 years old, decided I've had enough. I've been living like this all my life. I'm gone. And she returns because she don't know where to go. She have no clue what to do outside of that house. Brainwash. Slave mentality. It's awful.
had in fact tried to escape once when the Turpin family lived in Texas, but without any form of education or identification, she was eventually forced to return home, where she was promptly punished.
Is there a phone number to that phone?
I don't think there is.
How did you call 911?
Well, you can call 911.
Oh.
Sure, any phone with that, even if it's not connected.
Wait, I want to know, how do you even punish a 29-year-old? I'm just curious.
You can call 911.
So your parents, you're 17 years old?
Yes.
And throughout your whole life, you've never gone to school?
Right. I started first grade 2015 or 2016.
Uh-huh.
But,
How did you start first grade? Oh, in homeschool?
yes.
And you've never gone to school?
Right.
What else do your parents do to you guys?
Oh, my brother's chained up too right now.
Why did you decide to leave today?
It was the next chance I got that I could film.
How did you get a chance to get out?
Well, I was actually terrified. My mother was in the kitchen talking to the older ones, and she was laughing and stuff. And I was terrified, but she just got real mad. She just like was doing stuff to my little sister, and I was just like, and she started saying that she was gonna just do stuff to us, and so I was just so scared, and I just left. I just went out the window. I don't.
So when you left right now, you left out the window?
Yes.
So she knew somebody was about to get their ass tore up, and she was like, not tonight. It's now or never. She fled like she was escaping Alcatraz, y'all. Ooh, I could only imagine, honey. Look at her little map, baby. She had it all figured out. Ooh.
And your mom was awake when she was in the other room?
Yeah.
Does your dad have a gun? Are there any weapons in the house?
Yes, but they don't use it.
How long have your mom and dad been married?
I don't know, probably 20, I don't know. They got married when she was 16.
Jordan is referring to her mother, 49-year-old Louise Turpin. According to both of Louise's sisters, Louise essentially ran away from home with the then 23-year-old David when she was only 16. David was from a highly respected and influential family.
Wait a minute. Off topic, we're not really off topic. Okay, but she ran away when she was 16 and got with a 23-year-old David. Now, we know that don't fly in today's world. We know that. But he maybe have been her first. Wait, before I go there, I said trigger warning, but I'm trying. Let me just continue. I'm not going to go there right now.
In their hometown, and it was for this reason that Louise's parents gave their blessing for the two to get officially married.
Yes.
So all kids have the same mom and dad?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know, probably 20, I don't know. They got married when she was 16.
Jordan is referring to her mother, 49-year-old Louise Turpin. According to both of Louise's sisters, Louise essentially ran away from home with the then 23-year-old David when she was only 16. David was from a highly respected and influential family in their hometown, and it was for this reason that Louise's parents gave their blessing for the two to get officially married.
Yes.
So all kids have the same mom and dad?
Yes.
According to David's parents, the reason he and Louise had so many children was down to them both being deeply religious in the Pentecostal faith.
No, I'm going to go ahead on this. Stop that. And I'm going to back it on up. Now, she was 16, he was 23. And they said because his family had a little name for themselves, they had a little clout, that they allowed their 16-year-old daughter to marry this 23-year-old man for money. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I just want to point that out.
Though the couple didn't attend a church or even have one near their home.
Does your mom take you to the doctor?
Not all the time. There was one time we all went to the doctor, and that's because we were sick. And the doctor told us that if we were one day later, it would have been too late. She always waits for the last minute for everything.
Have the police ever got involved with this?
No.
Well, why don't you guys just leave the house?
Because we're terrified. We don't really have a way. Everyone's always looking. There's always somebody.
Well, you said your mom's always gone, right?
Right. So
well, why don't you just leave?
Either she leaves one of the older ones there, and our house, it makes a beeping noise.
This beeping noise was actually just the low battery sound from the smoke detectors in the Turpin's home. It seems Jordan is under the impression that this was a signal from some sort of security system. At this point, the other officers pull up to the scene, and Deputy Kalachi.
Do y'all know how people have been held hostage for so long, and I don't know, is it Stockholm syndrome or and they just fear they can have opportunities to leave and they just don't because they just they just so brainwashed and so terrified. But then you think about these kids or people that's never ever even knew better. The smoke alarm that's beeping, y'all know that constant beep that drives us crazy. And only the select weird people can ignore that beep. But normal people, we got to change that battery. Y'all know that constant beep. They heard that beep, and because they didn't know anything, they thought it was like a security system. They probably thought once they touch a window, touch the door, they probably, thought the forces were coming. Oh, my God. That is crazy.
She steps out of the car to direct them. It's now 7 a.m. and the sun has started to rise on this cool January morning when they approach the front door and knock loudly for a couple minutes.
Hi. Hi. Sorry to bug you.
How you guys doing?
Good.
We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house. So
For what?
check the welfare. So just basically check on everybody, make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, why?
You guys have kids in the house?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind if we come in and just take a look, make sure everybody's safe and everything's okay?
Okay, what kind of call did you get?
Well, we got a call that there was a young female walking around saying that she came from a house over here. We were able to find out that this was a house. We just wanted to check and make sure everybody was okay.
Think she came from here?
That's what she said.
From inside this house?
I think so. Otherwise, we wouldn't be knocking on your door at Sunday.
Did she say her name?
I don't know. Did she say her name?
I don't know offhand, but
We
need
don't
to
know.
check.
We just need to check and make sure everybody's okay.
You'll notice the officers are careful not to mention Jordan by name, to not implicate her to her parents' faces.
Wait a minute. Did it look like it was daytime to y'all? I don't know. How many hours how long was this baby gone? Because they didn't even know that anybody was missing.
We get in, make sure everything's okay. We'll get out of your
We
hair.
have a lot where we're packing.
Okay,
We're getting
that's
ready
fine,
to
that's fine.
move.
No
So
worries.
it's a mess in here, so.
All right, that's fine.
We don't mind messes. We've been
But
in
I
worse.
mean,
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay.
Okay,
we
yeah.
were just in bed. I mean, like,
So most people are right now, so we expect you guys to be in bed.
okay.
First of all, we don't care if you was in bed or not. They say a child called. A child. You have 13 goddamn kids. Go and make sure do a head count. 1, 2, 3, all the way till you get to 13. Make sure all your kids are there. You worry about the damn house messy? That ain't messy, that's nasty, but they ain't there for that. They ain't asked you, they didn't tell you they was coming for a house inspection. They told you they was coming to check on the children. Talk about a messy ass house. And then talking about you was in bed. We don't care if you was in bed. You have children to look after, to make sure they're okay. Make sure your kids okay, then go back to bed. And how the hell can you sleep with all them dogs barking? Y'all, okay.
No weapons in the house or anything like that?
I do have, I do have a gun. It's locked up.
Okay, locked up is good. We like that. Okay, well, we're gonna come in and check, okay? We just wanna make sure everybody's okay.
Oh, do you have a search warrant or anything? Or
No, we
what?
don't need one, sir.
As the officers prepare to carry out a warrantless search of the premises, they have determined there are exigent circumstances surrounding the current situation. Courts will typically look at the time when officers make the warrantless search or seizure to evaluate whether, at that point in time, a reasonable officer at the scene would have believed it was urgent to act and impractical to secure a warrant. Courts may also consider whether the facts suggested that the suspect was armed and planning to escape, whether a reasonable police officer would believe their safety or others' safety was threatened, and whether there was a serious crime involved. Police in hot pursuit of a fleeing criminal may also make use of the exigent circumstances exception. As officers push their way past the corpulent door jamb that is David,
Wait, y'all. I told y'all I be watching these things while I'm at work at night. Do y'all know how many of these videos where these are huge, beautiful homes and they nasty as fuck? And they're all stacked with plenty of food. A lot of these videos, some of these people, there are some like YouTube content creators. A lot of these people are known and they have their kids on here. I may have watched like 6 videos. Famous YouTube people that's in the family sector or the mommy sector, whatever you want to call it. And they have their kids like chained up and I'll show it to you, but this is crazy.
and ease their way into the large open home. They're shocked and horrified by what greets them. Every inch of the 2,388 square foot house's floor is covered in mounds of rotting food and moldering trash, while the powerful stench of human waste hangs in the humid air. Strangely, there also seems to be several dozen unopened boxes and packages of children's toys and brand new children's clothing complete with tags seen peeking out of the monstrous piles of garbage.
All right.
Oh, yeah, what? That does not make no sense at all. If you're going to, at least if you're going to lock all of those kids up in that home, you got 13 bodies. Everybody clean up behind themselves. Make them clean up. You just have them there, not feeding them, chaining them up. So that means you and your husband are the damn slobs. Because the kids don't have any freedom. They can't go eat and drink when they want to. Child.
Well, like I said, sorry to bug you guys, but we just got this call. We all we do is we just check and make sure everybody's okay. And
You got a call?
yeah, we got a call from, I'm not sure if it was the young girl that left or if it was a neighbor that saw her walking around the street. So we'll get to the bottom of it. As soon as we make sure everybody's okay, then we'll decide, we'll figure out if maybe she was one of your kids that wandered away. How many kids do you have?
13.
13 total?
Yeah.
Woo! You guys are busy.
Yeah.
Officers head to the back of the house to the children's bedrooms, 2 tiny back rooms, the first crammed with narrow bunk beds, but otherwise empty, and the second, which is crammed with both bunk beds and a filthy mattress, which is sitting on the floor with 2 little girls sitting listlessly on top.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, girls. Can I see your wrist? Yeah.
Which one?
Okay.
The officers believe they found the room featured in Jordan's phone pictures, but there's only one thing missing: the actual chains. The children, obviously frightened and wary of the strangers, give no answers, though eventually one does point them surreptitiously to a sliding closet door. Meanwhile, Officer Ogden is still by the door with David and Luis, distracting them with questions and small talk.
Where are you guys planning on moving to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
That's a long way away.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys know family over there or anything like that?
my job is moving.
Oh, okay. What do you do for work?
I'm an engineer.
Finally, as his eyes have adjusted to the gloom,
But y'all see how they're trying to play good cop stuff. He's sitting there talking and asking all them questions. This girl done told you that her sisters and siblings are tied up, and you investigating a crime and you acting like that's your buddy. Y'all getting ready to go on a fishing trip. And that's why I don't trust none of them. Y'all, that psychological stuff wouldn't have worked for me. I would have saw straight through that. Nah, don't worry about all of that. What are you here for? Let's get it done.
Officer Ogden notices something to his left and suddenly realizes David Turpin may have had a reason to be awkwardly standing in that particular spot in the entryway.
Is this another bedroom back here? You got another couple kiddos asleep there?
Yeah.
Sarge, you got another room in the front right here with 2 kiddos in the bed.
Officers enter the previously unnoticed third bedroom, where they find a boy who is chained by his wrists and ankles to the top bunk bed. Back in the girls' room, Officer Rodriguez slides open the closet door and looks inside.
All right. All right. Let's just go ahead and detain the parents at this point.
Yes, I couldn't wait to get their asses in cuffs. The police got there. They were so unsuspecting that they didn't even have enough time to unchain all the damn kids. So that the little boy was still chained up. Then they got chains out the closet. Yes, let's get it. Now let's get it.
Ma'am, why don't you step over here for a minute? Okay, with you. And sir, step over here for a second. Just step over with my partner here for a second. You got any weapons on you?
No.
Turn around real quick. I'm gonna check you out. Do me a favor, face that window over here.
Over this one?
Yep. All right, sir.
Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. If you are on the replay, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Go ahead. I'm gonna have you turn over here. We're gonna walk outside. All right.
Can I get my house shoes?
Where's your shoes at?
There. Luis, you know if they're in the...
We'll have to find them for right now. Let's just walk out and we'll get you something. All right.
In the bedroom or the...
All right. Well, we got the other stuff we're dealing with, and we'll try to find you them. Okay.
You don't have any weapons on you,
Nothing hidden in the bra or anything. Okay, just making sure, because we have some people that do that. So we just want to make sure.
Like I said, I've never been in trouble.
Okay.
This is a first for me. And,
Okay. Well,
I don't understand.
I'll explain everything as soon as we make sure everybody's safe. Okay. Now let me ask. You
Yes.
quickly. Are there keys to the little locks?
Yes.
Okay. Where are they?
My son and daughter can get them.
Okay.
That's
So
in the house.
the ones that are in the house, they know where they are.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is that what this is about?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, definitely. We need to make sure that the kids are safe and that they're not
Okay.
tied up.
I know
So,
that's understandable, but I can
hey,
explain that.
this is mine. So go ahead and put her in that one.
While the parents are being detained, officers still inside the house begin a desperate search to find the key to free the change.
So yeah, Miss Bug, you see, it is daylight. It's daylight, and they're behind. That baby was gone, so no, because if they'd had a chain, they probably still wouldn't have paid any attention because they'd have thought she was free. But that child been gone at least for hours before they finally decided to go there, and they didn't even know who called. Well, who's missing? God damn it! And who was that other person that came out later? Somebody knew she left. Stop it.
Child.
Does it work on him?
No, I know the other one, that's what I was saying. The other one is in there. It looks different than that, but it's the same size. It's in the drawer that I was in.
And finally, the young boy is freed. All 13 of the Turpin children were immediately taken to the hospital to receive treatment for their severe malnutrition and other injuries. Their ages were officially determined, and though all had the overall appearance of children under 18, more than half of them, in fact, were actually adults between the ages of 18 and 29.
So about half were under 18 and about half were over 18. But there is this, I don't know. Y'all think they can charge them with the ones that's over 18, even though they've never taught them and they had to made them believe that you know, they can't leave. They never knew that they was legal to leave. Will they still charge them as kids, or what do you guys think? They said severe malnutrition, and y'all saw the refrigerator stop.
28-year-old weighed only 82 pounds at the time of rescue, and all of the children suffered cognitive impairment and nerve damage from the consistent lack of food. Investigators would learn that food was something the children were psychologically tormented with, as the parents would buy large food items, such as whole pies, then leave them out for the children to look at, but not eat. As it turns out, the
Oh, hell no. Now, yeah, they need to be charged. They need to be charged. They bought food just to torture the damn children. Oh my God. Now that's another evil.
open toys investigators saw around the house on the day of the rescue were bought for the very same reason. Investigators would also discover that none of the children were educated, and indeed, none would claim to have knowledge beyond that of an average third grader. David Turpin had filed documents with the county claiming he was running a school out of his home for children, but this was later proved to be completely false. The most they did was inform the children as to what grade they were supposed to be in, on the off chance a stranger asked them during one of their few ventures outside. With the oldest daughter, Jennifer, explaining, they loved to point out things in Deuteronomy, saying that, "We have the right to do this to you. I was afraid to do one little thing wrong." When interrogated by authorities, both parents were completely unwilling or unable to come up with a single viable reason for why they treated their children this way. And Louise even seemed confused by the questioning.
If you look at the clothes they just showed that the kids were wearing, you know, those look like clothes of if you are a true crime investigative person, body cam person, you know, ID channel, like all of that stuff. If you watch true crime or anything, the clothes that they have just shown looks like clothes that they take off deceased bodies. Why are these kids still wearing these things? But the girl says she ain't take a bath in a year. I still don't know about that year stuff, but that just goes to show that they truly, not only have they not eaten in months, they haven't bathed in months. That's crazy.
She later wrote this letter to her children from her jail cell. It reads, "Father and I love you so much. We're so sorry for everything we've done wrong, and now realize that we had done some things wrong. Things will be so different in the future. The way you eat and outside time and baths will be done more regularly. I'm sorry this had to happen, but..."
Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up, if you now realize that you done some things wrong, things will be different in the future. The way you eat in outside time and baths will be done more regularly. Child, who they trying to convince? The people or themselves? I'm sorry this had to happen, but our future as a family will be much better and stronger. First of all, how do you even expect these kids to be able to read this shit that you didn't even teach them how to read? We hope to see you guys soon. Love and kisses, Mom and Dad. Where was the hugs and kisses when they were starving, being chained up? And ain't no way in hell you figure, oh, now we realize we have done some things wrong. First of all, were you raised like that? And even if you were raised like that, how did that make you feel? Common sense overrides the stupidity that you're spewing out right now, lady. And she's still riding with her older child molester husband. I'm just saying. Okay, all right. Hey, we ain't going through no trigger warning. Do y'all hear the hammer? And I told y'all we remodeling, so let me hurry up and get through this.
But our future As a family, we'll be so much better and stronger. We hope to see you guys soon. Love and kisses, Mom and Dad. I promise there will be no chains in the house again. That would never happen again. I'm so sorry. I love you so much and hope to see you soon. David had something different to say. In a statement to the court, Your Honor, I thank God for all of my children. Each one of them is a blessing from God. My homeschooling and discipline had good intentions. I never intended for any harm to come to my children. I'm sorry if I've done anything to cause them harm. I'm glad that we were able to resolve this case without my children being forced to testify. I love my children, and I believe my children love me. I hope and pray that my children can stay close to each other and look out for each other since their mother and father cannot be there for them and with them. I hope the very best for my children and their future. When it came time for the children to give statements to the courts, one defended her parents. Joy Turpin, 21 at the time, had this to say, I want the court to know that our parents loved each other and loved each of their children. They felt that God blessed them with all their children, so they kept away from the world and trusted God would guide them through life. Through the years, things became more and more overwhelming, but they kept trusting in God. I remember our mother sitting in her recliner and crying, saying she don't know what to do. She didn't want to use rope or chains, but she was afraid her children were taking in too much sugar and caffeine. Our parents didn't know we were malnourished. Our parents...
I almost said BS. I almost said, hold on. The woman was sitting there crying, I don't know what to do. Feed your children, get your ass up and cook a meal and feed your children. That's what you do. Wait, hold on. Listen, let's go back 1 second. Y'all, listen.
Their future. When it came time for the children to give statements to the courts, one defended her parents. Joy Turpin, 21 at the time, had this to say, I want the court to know that our parents loved each other and loved each of their children. They felt that God blessed them with all their children, so they kept away from the world and trusted God would guide them through life. Through the years, things became more and more overwhelming, but they kept trusting in God. I remember our mother sitting in her recliner and crying, saying she don't know what to do. She didn't want to use rope or chains, but she was afraid her children were taking in too much sugar and caffeine. Our parents didn't know we were...
The sugar and caffeine that they bought. I'm sorry. The sugar and caffeine that they bought, okay? They were taking it, so they were stealing the sugar and caffeine. Because mind you, they wasn't feeding those kids, so they had to be stealing it. So while you saying they're taking in too much, y'all fat asses, so y'all just bought all the sugar and caffeine for y'all fat asses? And if it wasn't good for them, why buy it and bring it into the house? Just
were malnourished. Our parents decided to start homeschooling all their children. I believe our...
She said the parents didn't know they were malnourished, but if a parent feeds those children every time they eat, if they're hungry, they go and eat. If they know they've been hungry and they've eaten 3 times because they were hungry, why would they not think that those 13 kids have not been hungry in all of the 24 hours that they've eaten those 3 meals or whatever in? Like, it's crazy. I'm not buying it.
Our parents were afraid to put us in public school for many reasons. I feel like 25 years is too long of a sentence. I believe with all my heart that our parents tried their...
They were afraid to put them in public school because those kids would see how normal kids are being treated, what is normal. That's why they didn't want to put them in public school. They wasn't protecting them from anybody because they were the monsters at the end of the day.
Their best to raise all 13 of us, and they wanted to give us a good life. The oldest child, Jennifer, gave a statement that seems much more in line with the other children who gave interviews to the press. I'm in college now and living independently. I love hanging out with my friends, and life is great. I believe everything happens for a reason. Life may have been bad, but it made me strong.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna hear your statement. I'm gonna let you finish. But how the hell you in college if your mama ain't never even give y'all an elementary education? Now, I was on y'all side, but now y'all trying to take the people for fools. Oh, now everything's so beautiful. The monsters are arrested, and so everything is so beautiful. Now I'm in college. How the hell you get in college, girl?
Fought to become the person I am. I saw my dad change my mom. They almost changed me, but I realized what was happening. I immediately did what I could to not become like that. I'm a fighter, I'm strong, and I'm shooting through life like a rocket. In April 2019, David and Louise Turpin were both sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, where they remain to this day. As for the Turpin children,
Holy freaking Luya! They got the right time. They got the right time. Justice, justice, yes. They should have given them 25 years for each child. The hell with it. They don't have a heart.
Once their parents were arrested, they were split into two groups, with the adults being placed in supportive care and the underage children being placed into foster homes. This should have been where their story ended, as the children were now free and should have been safely on the road to recovery. But unfortunately, in 2022, the 6 younger Turpin children filed a lawsuit against both Riverside County and ChildNet, a private foster care agency, alleging that they were knowingly placed in inhumane foster homes. At the time of this video,
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that wasn't even their biological children? They just snatched those kids up out the state to treat them like that? Oh, I know you're kidding. It's so many people quick to call CPS and call Child Protective Services and authorities and get the agencies involved in people's real life. And this is what these kids, most of these kids have to go through. All of this time, you mean to tell me half of the children wasn't even really theirs? Oh, my goodness.
a resolution to this lawsuit has not been made. The adult Turpin children didn't entirely escape hardship at the hands of the county either. Tons of support flowed in from all over the country after their 2018 rescue, with money from the donations alone totaling $600,000. However, the money was placed in a trust and the children were allegedly unable to obtain funds from the court-appointed guardian of the trust upon request. It wasn't until ABC's 2020 investigated and aired a special...
Wait a minute. So there was awarded this money and from the trust, and then they couldn't touch it. That kind of reminds me of the Wendy Williams situation. I don't know. I don't. Anything ever happened to me, I don't want no court guardianship. No, I don't know. I don't even trust the trust right now. God dog it, I'll put it in. I own my property now. I'll bury it, put a hole in the backyard, and dig a hole in the backyard and put it there. And put a note where one day if somebody eventually find it, then you find it. But I'm definitely not giving it to no trust, no courts and guardians. This is crazy. These kids, some of these kids were adopted.
Special on the case that, according to Jordan, people started listening and doing their jobs, and the money was distributed to the Turpin children.
Okay, so I know I said I hope you guys got it, but they said when 2020 got involved, that's when they started listening. But some of these kids were adopted, guys. That is crazy. You say you didn't know that part. Yeah, they sued foster care. All of this time, I'm thinking they just had, because you know they have families that have all of these babies and all of these kids. But yeah, that's crazy. So let me know. Drop down in the chat, guys. Let me know what you think. If you're catching this replay, let me know your thoughts on that. This is my first time coming out in over a month in the construction here on they're doing the floor where we have 2 rooms to go. And the sound is just killing me on top of my sinuses, so I'm not going to stay here any longer. But we're going to be going over these things. Next time I wouldn't be so stuffy, wouldn't have construction going on in the background. But I want to thank you guys. I did just want to come out here and thank you guys for joining me. I've never, ever I haven't said I thank you and appreciate you to all of my new subscribers over here. What we do, we just normal people. We talk about normal things. Whatever the hell I have on my mind, whatever the hell I feel like I want to talk about, then that's what I talk about. And so we don't judge people. It is what it is over here, okay? Your sister, your friend, your coworker, whatever. The chat is encouraged. The people in the audience, my subscribers, are encouraged to join in on the conversation. You know, no topic is off limits as long as it's not hurtful or offensive to anybody. But right now, I thank you. I'm going to get up out of here, clear my nasal cavities, go see what's going on with the floor, and just live my life. Now you guys see why I've not been out here super, super busy. A lot of construction, a lot of work, a lot of events, a lot. Thank you. Say have a great way, feel better. I will. I'm off tonight, so I think I'm going to take some good old medicine. I have a soap business, a detergent business, guys. I haven't even been able to do that. But once I make my next batch, I'm going to let you guys know about it. But anyway, like the video. I'm not going to go on and on. I'm finna get up out of here. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to hit the notification bell, then okay, cool. Let's do it. But I am your pilot of life, Jess Valencia. And I thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye, y'all.
Welcome aboard. Find your seats. You're riding first class, VIP. Become a royal rider. Join the membership. Thanks for traveling with the Royal Riders. I hope you enjoyed your trip. Hit the cash app to leave your captain a tip. Join us next time to take a trip with some grown, mature people. Just living life, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe. Share it like I've landed you safely. So goodbye, good night. Us to leave your captain a tip. Join us next time to take a trip.